imagine. Just my guess. Domestic production, of course, is keeping gas at comfortably under $3 a gallon. Amen. Manufacturing is tipping back into expansion in this country. That's the first time we've seen that in over a year. Inflation is holding at 2.7. We are not seeing tariff-driven spikes, even though tariff revenue is flowing into the Treasury at historic levels. Yesterday, Scott Bessent, they tried, the Democrats did, to rake him over the coals while testifying. Here's just some of it. Give me number 75, Street Tough Scott Bessent, our Treasury Secretary.
Do you have any idea how much we're spending on ICE every single day for enforcement?
Again, they are represented. This is the Financial Stability Oversight Commission.
But you're the treasurer. You're the treasurer. You're supposed to follow the money. In response to questions on this side, you're always talking about, well, we follow the money. Well, have you followed the money? How much are they spending every single day in Minnesota and other states where they occupy cities, terrorize communities, and try to break up our country?
Again, President Trump has secured the border. He was elected on a mandate.
Well, I disagreed with you, and I think
you disagreed that he was elected?
I think you're confused.
Bessent's a rock star, and the Democrats are threatened by him unlike maybe any other member of this cabinet. And he, undaunted, will answer any question about anything. He's fantastic. If you didn't see some of this yesterday, here's more. Gregory Meeks, listen to this, number 74, him and Bessent back and forth on Venezuela.
You traveled to Venezuela
I take that as a no.
On behalf of
I take that as a no.
On behalf of your donors.
You do not want to answer that question. I take that as a no.
For a $7 billion.
I'm asking you to do your responsibility as Secretary of the Treasury. You do not.
Mr. Meeks,
time
has expired.
You cannot erase what you did in 2000.
He's the one that went past your time, Mr. Chairman.
No,
he did not answer my question, and he wouldn't pass the time.
He had 6 seconds left to try to answer your question, and the
it was a yes or no. It was a yes or no answer. I asked him, will he? No, was that yes or no?
The OCC is an independent.
Stop covering for the president. Stop being his flunky.
And
gentlemen,
he's talking to me. I'm responding back to him.
2006 trip to Venezuela.
Stop covering for the president. Don't be a flunky. Work for the American people.
Mr. Meeks,
trip to Venezuela.
Yeah, and this was that's good enough. What you probably, if you didn't see or hear that yesterday, and you were just listening or watching that and trying to figure out, Bessent was pointing out that Mr. Meeks in 2006 took a trip to Venezuela to lobby for Hugo Chavez. And Mr. Meeks didn't like that. See, Bessent came loaded for bear in this testimony yesterday, and he was prepped and ready to go, and none of them liked it. He was prepped to tackle every one of them on whatever they threw at him, and on Venezuela in particular with Mr. Meeks, he got very uncomfortable when Bessent reminded him, seemed like you were lobbying for the bad guys. We overthrew the bad guys. You seemed to go down there and get cozy with them. Meeks didn't like that. And then there's the most lunatic of maybe them all, Maxine Waters, yesterday, who just lost herself finally and totally had nothing more to say, and like a child, just shouted that he should shut up in number 73.
No,
Time does belong to the housing woman from California.
10 and 20 million immigrants.
Can you shut
the housing stock of working Americans, and can you maintain some level of dignity?
Gentleman's time has expired.
No, my time has not expired.
Your time has expired. And the
gentleman took up my time. I think you should recognize that, Mr. Chair.
The gentlewoman's time has expired. The gentlewoman's time has expired.
Ultimately, what they're reduced to, the Democrats. Will you shut up, she says. Look, the fact of the matter is, manufacturing has tipped back into expansion in this country. Inflation is holding, as I said. There are no tariff-driven spikes. We're going to get into tariffs in more detail coming up with our buddy Shanker Singham. Tariff revenue is flowing into the Treasury, as a matter of fact, at historic levels. And those tariffs, by the way, are doing exactly what President Trump always said they would, bringing in billions. Some estimates put it at trillions, but you can conservatively say billions. It's also forcing fairer trade terms, and it's giving the United States genuine financial leverage. There have been enormous diplomatic breakthroughs this year Achieved all through what? Tariff pressure. The idea that India said yesterday, okay, or 2 days ago, we're going to stop buying Russian oil. Remember, the Putin stooge, Donald Trump, has been pressuring India to stop doing business with Russia. And India finally buckled and said, okay, we'll stop. And President Trump said, okay, then I'll lower our tariffs. Not military threats. Nobody died, no shots fired. Tariff pressure. That's huge. The diplomatic breakthroughs, strictly through tariffs. Fraud watchdogs are clawing back hundreds of billions of dollars. Thank you, Doge. Crime is falling precipitously in cities where deportation laws are enforced. Rents are easing. I had that story yesterday. Mortgage rates are softening. Had that story yesterday. As the Wall Street home hoarding is getting choked off, and President Trump is calling that out too. Even things like the Artemis moon mission is advancing. Our allies are finally paying more for their own defense needs too, and if you put it all together, whether it's rising production, lower prices, job growth, safer streets, leaner government, a stronger global position, the picture of what's going on here and what we're living right now is unmistakable. It's a golden era. It's real. It's Trump-led. And it's not hype. It's happening. And it's exactly why chaos is suddenly erupting in blue states like Minnesota, because nothing, folks, threatens a corrupt system more than competence, especially competence that produces visible results. Federal investigators uncovering massive fraud, nonprofit networks in Minnesota are being exposed. Every time agents get close, something remarkable keeps happening. Crowds appear out of nowhere, blocking, filming, disrupting operators. It's not spontaneous protests, it's coordinated rapid response teams, organized through encrypted signal chats. We talked about it. It's the same digital playbook during George Floyd, same tactics, same speed. They're not resisting injustice, they're running interference for fraud. Paid disruptors. And what we're watching is rising prosperity. It's portrayed instead as some sort of existential threat to democracy itself. Journalists are not doing their jobs here. It's crisis
Wesley
theater.
is a truck driver.
I drive a truck, and I love what I do.
A truck driver with IRS troubles.
They told me I owed them $43,000.
It got really bad.
Quite a few letters in the mail. They were talking about wage garnishment, coming after my house, my car. Yeah, they don't play around. I seriously thought that I was going to lose everything.
One sleepless night, Wesley finally made a call to Optima Tax Relief at 2 a.m.
Kind of figured I'd get a machine, but I didn't. I actually got to talk to an actual person in the middle of the night.
He found just what he was looking for.
Oh, they were great people. You need a team of people that know what they're doing. Optima Tax, they know what they're doing.
Optima Tax Relief came through with flying colors.
I saved an incredible amount of money. Happy don't even come close. I was absolutely overjoyed.
Take Wesley's advice.
If you're in any kind of trouble with the IRS, call Optima Tax Relief. Don't trust anybody else.
Call Optima for a free consultation. Call 800-965-1433. 800-965-1433. 800-965-1433.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit Optima Tax Relief.
Moore County used to stand for peace, community, and tradition, but Senator Tom McInnes sold us out. Short-term rental takeovers, big apartment complexes, and traffic schemes that threaten our historic roads. Tom McInnes used to be an auctioneer. Now he's auctioning off Moore County to the highest bidders, the big developers. Our quality of life is on the market. We're not against growth, but growth must be smart, local, and planned. Moore County is not for sale. Senator McInnes works for developers. Elect Ray Daley to the North Carolina State Senate. He'll work for you.
Paid for by Ray Daley for North Carolina Senate.
Hi, this is Rodney Swarms with Plumbing Night. We know that plumbing emergencies can happen at any time. In fact, they seem to happen at the most inconvenient times. And then inviting an unknown plumber into your home, that can add to the stress of the situation. The Plumbing Night wants to alleviate any stress about inviting a technician into your home by guaranteeing that we have not only the very best plumbers, but also the most knowledgeable plumbers. Before any of our employees are hired, all of the employees must undergo drug testing and a thorough background check. If they don't pass, they aren't hired. No exceptions. Once they're hired and part of the team, they receive continuous technical and customer training to ensure that they are the very best at their trade. This training is week after week, month after month, year after year. This training is what got us into community college to teach the plumbing trade. So the next time you have an emergency, call the Plumbing Night. They're known for extraordinary service and integrity.
Call the Plumbing Night at 639-5555, day or night, or on the web at theplumbingnight.com.
Looking for a dealership that truly puts you first? Visit Pinehurst Toyota Hyundai, where your satisfaction is our top priority. Whether you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, or your current car just needs a little TLC, we've got you covered with the Pinehurst Advantage Plan. You'll get 24/7 roadside assistance. That's 5 years of unlimited coverage, including towing, battery jump starts, and flat tire changes. Plus, with any major service, enjoy a complimentary loaner car, so you're never left stranded. With our 100% customer satisfaction guarantee, if you're not completely satisfied within 72 hours of purchasing your new or pre-owned vehicle, just bring it back. It's no wonder for the 3rd year in a row, we've been voted Best of the Pines in 2024 for Best Dealership Service Department. Ready to experience the Pinehurst difference? Visit us online at pinehursttoyota.com or pinehursthyundaiονline.com. Call us at 910-692-2424. Pinehurst Toyota Hyundai, where quality meets customer care.
My name is Tony Keith of Keith Hardware in Carthage, North Carolina. I'm the 3rd generation of a family-owned business.
And I'm Taylor Keith of Keith Hardware in Carthage, the 4th generation. We have been in business for almost 90 years.
We sell live bait, crickets, minnows, and worms, fishing tackle, nuts and bolts and screws by the piece. You can still come in and get nails weighed out by the pound, or 1s or 2s, however you'd like.
The guys, they know what they're doing. You don't have to ask for service. You tell them what you need. If they ain't got it, usually they can conjure it up.
Keith Hardware has been a tradition in this town for as long as I've been in business, and they run a good business and they're good people.
I came in with 2 pieces of plumbing. I handed it to this guy, and he took off the back, picked it up, and brought it back. Their knowledge is invaluable to me.
With Keith Hardware, I rent the building from them next door. And Tony and Ginger are doing an excellent job. I'm proud of them.
Come visit Keith Hardware today at 207 Monroe Street in Carthage.
We're just an old-fashioned hardware store.
WEEB, we've got you by the ears.
Watch The Chris DeGaulle Show on the Salem News Channel, now on Google TV, Amazon Fire TV, and Apple TV. From the Relief Factor Studios, here's Chris.
Live look at Miami this morning from the Relief Factor Studios. It is a thrill to be with you today. Thanks for listening on AM 670 there in Miami, or watching on the Salem News Channel. If that's how you get us, we're glad that you are there. Grab the app. It's free, so you can watch us wherever you go on your phone or whatever. And if you'd like to just watch us on your desktop, your laptop, snc.tv. And, of course, there's the Samsung TVs, the Samsung Plus editions. You can grab those on that show on channel 1177, I believe. There's a lot of ways to watch. Somebody emailed me yesterday and said they were having trouble accessing the show after the fact at chrisstegall.com. And I said, here are 300 different ways to go watch the show if you're having trouble with any one of them. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Omni, good grief. I mean, it's endless. YouTube, of course. So Rumble. There are any number of ways to catch the show. If you have trouble with any one of them, abort the mission and go over there. We hope that you will. One thing I also hope you'll try out if you're having pain, I hope you try All Natural Relief Factor. 100% drug-free. This all-natural anti-inflammatory was created by doctors with one thing in mind. That is getting you out of pain without the dependence of pharmaceutical products, shots, surgeries. It's really quite something. And the people that have written us over the years and taken it to great effect, it's been really satisfying to know that this product is delivering on what it says it will. I have experienced it in my own home. As I've said with my wife's shoulder pain, she started taking it, and her range of motion and her mobility with her shoulder, she could tell within a week how it was improving. And by that 3-week quick start dosage, by the time that was done, almost full range of mobility. She takes it now with regularity just to keep any kind of pain at bay. She loves it. She's a believer. I know that if I ever battle with any pain, that's what I'm reaching for. And I know that you, before you go do something extraordinary like a surgery or a shot, and I'm not saying that's not necessarily what you have to do, but I would say before you do any of that, for $19.95, this 3-week quick start could well be your ticket to get out of pain, or at least get you to a point where you can live with it and not have to do something more radical. ReliefFactor.com. That's the website. Check them out, ReliefFactor.com. or 800, the number 4, relief to get yours. President Trump was asked if one day he will be spoken of amongst the great presidents. And what he said, I thought, was a perfect answer, as a matter of fact. And it's what I believe in his heart he believes, which is why he has weathered a home invasion and 2 assassination attempts. I think he means every word of what he says here in this answer, number 80.
Do you think at one point people will talk about you when they talk about presidents like Washington and Lincoln? Is that something you think is going to happen?
All I know is this is such an honor, but all I know, I'm walking down, and everyone's screaming, "Goat, goat." I said, what are they talking about? I hope they're right. Not for me, but for the country. Because if I do a great job, that means the country is doing well.
Mrs. Trump, with Israeli hostages held by Hamas, meeting at the White House yesterday. Listen to this, number 83, one of the former hostages.
I just want to say that I waited for the last hostage to come home to thank you. Because when we met, before Keith came home, you gave me so much hope, and I could feel your heart with me. And I knew how important it was for you to go back home and talk to President Trump and share your feelings. So I want to thank you for that. And I want to thank you for putting me in your special Melania film, because I was there talking to you, not for myself, but for the whole world. Bringing the hostages home was the most important thing that I could think about in this world, and now it's all over the world. The bad things that Hamas did to my husband, but I'm lucky. And thank you, Keith, for staying alive and being with me. And thank you, Melania, for helping. I really appreciate it.
That's Aviva Siegel, a former hostage and family there, talking with Mrs. Trump. These are people who love people, is my point. President Trump says the American people, hopefully, will be left in a far greater state if I do my job well. If I'm considered a great president, it's because the American people have benefited from it. President Trump picked up the phone and called Savannah Guthrie yesterday after NBC's interview with him, just to see how he could personally get involved. Look, the truth is, the Trumps do care about people. The truth, the left cannot afford to admit, is very, very simple. Chaos is erupting in places like Minneapolis because just the opposite of President Trump failing, he's succeeding bigly. Chaos is erupting because President Trump and his successes expose everything they've been hiding. Bad news is the left's natural habitat. Crisis is their oxygen. Panic is their business model. Competence, on the other hand, it's like garlic, like cross to a vampire. Competence, prosperity, accountability, it's the solvent that dissolves the left's entire existence and their entire storyline. A strong America, when America strengthens, the people who profit from the dysfunction, well, they start to feel the ground shift beneath them. The Washington Post just laid off hundreds of people yesterday. Stability strips away their slogans. Prosperity unmasks their grift. And accountability threatens their networks. That's all they've got left because President Trump is succeeding. More in a minute.
Hey, Scott Jennings here. I want to personally invite you to join me, along with my friend Mike Gallagher, for a powerful week on the Gulf of America cruise, November 14th through November 21st, 2026. That's this year. We'll cruise through crystal blue waters, visit incredible ports like Half Moon Cay and Cozumel, and enjoy the first-class hospitality of a luxury cruise ship. All week long, you'll have time with us. You'll do meet and greets, photo opportunities, Q&A sessions, and the chance to hear behind-the-scenes stories that you can't or won't hear on the air. You'll also be immersed in inspiring keynote speeches and in-depth sessions as we enjoy real connection designed to strengthen your resolve as we mark the 250th anniversary of our great nation. Don't miss this. Sign up today. Look forward to cruising the Caribbean with like-minded people who care deeply about our country. Reserve your cabin today. Text CRUISE to 94878, or visit scottjenningsshow.com and click the cruise banner to sign up today.
Sandy Ridge Memory Care provides all the amenities of home while providing personalized resident care and a dedication to a safe, secure, and comfortable environment for your loved one. Providing care for dementia and Alzheimer's population has been our specialty for over 20 years. Research has proven that a loving, structured, and intimate home environment successfully fulfills the needs of both the one affected by dementia and Alzheimer's, as well as the family caregivers. As one of the largest memory care facilities in North Carolina, we feature 3 separate secure units within our community. Each wing is designed for individual needs and preferences. Call for an appointment or just drop in to tour our facility and discover for yourself the care that sets us apart. Located only minutes from Moore County and surrounding areas, Sandy Ridge Memory Care is the right place at the right time. On Bowman Road in Candor or online at sandyridgeliving.com. Call 910-974-6000.
Broadcasting from the top of the North Carolina Sandhills. 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM. WEEB, Southern Pines, Pinehurst, Aberdeen.
Breaking news this hour from Town Hall. I'm Rich Thomason. The last remaining nuclear arms pact between Russia and the U.S. expires today. It removes limits on their atomic arsenals for the first time in more than a half-century.
Russian President Vladimir Putin has expressed readiness to stick to the treaty's limits for another year if the U.S. agreed. President Trump has been non-committal, saying that he wants China to be a part of it, a push that Beijing has rebuffed. China's Foreign Ministry spokesperson Lin Jian told a news conference that China would not participate in the treaty because China's nuclear forces were not at all on the same scale as Russia and the U.S.
Correspondent Karen Chamis. Head of tomorrow's U.S.-Iran nuclear talks, President Trump says Iran's supreme leader should be very worried if he's trying to rebuild his country's nuclear program. 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie's family is pleading for her safe return. The mother of the Today Show's Savannah Guthrie was abducted from her Arizona home last weekend. Savannah and her siblings posting a video to Instagram appealing to the kidnappers.
We need to know, without a doubt, that she is alive and that you have her.
The family posted the message Wednesday after police conducted a search in and around Nancy Guthrie's home for several hours.
Mommy,
the Today Show host also with a message for her mother.
You are God's precious daughter, Nancy. We believe and know that even in this valley, He is with you.
I'm Ben Thomas.
All patients safely evacuated following last night's fire at the Orthopedic Institute of Lehigh Valley Hospital, Dixon City, Pennsylvania, just north of Scranton. On Wall Street this morning, the Dow futures 23 points higher, NASDAQ futures up 26. More on these stories, townhall.com.
The following is a real-life story from Trinity Debt Management.
I had a lot of credit card debt, and it stressed me out. But what I thought was a solution turned out to be a problem. I kept hearing ads about debt settlement that seemed too good to be true. And actually, it was. When I called, they told me to stop paying my bills. That didn't sound right to me at all, so I hung up. Later, I found out that debt settlement is bad, real bad. Then I learned that there is a right way to pay off your credit cards. It's called a debt management program from the great team at Trinity. Trinity had a plan. In the end, I paid off my bills, I saved thousands, and I even improved my credit score.
If credit card debt has you down, call Trinity at 1-800-990-6976.
My name is Heather. Please forget debt settlement and remember Trinity Debt Management.
1-800-990-6976.
Taiwan's ties with the United States rock solid, according to the island's president. The declaration comes hours after President Trump and Chinese leader Xi spoke on the phone, including about the self-ruled island's future. Quoting the Taiwanese leader, the Taiwan-U.S. relationship is rock solid. All cooperation projects will continue uninterrupted. Xi, in his first call with Mr. Trump since November, warned the U.S. president to be prudent when supplying arms to the self-ruled island. That, according to a readout of the call provided by China's foreign ministry. Russian missiles and drones have pounded Ukraine's energy grid in recent weeks. plunging people into frozen darkness in one of the country's coldest winters on record. Ukraine has accused Russia of illegally targeting power infrastructure during the war to deny civilians light, heating, and running water. Russia says its attacks are a legitimate part of its military campaign. News and analysis, townhall.com. Breakfast time just won't be the same.
Minute Maid helped make orange juice a year-round morning staple in 1946 when it started shipping cans of frozen juice around the U.S. But 80 years later, the brand's parent company is halting sales of frozen juice concentrates, saying it wants to focus on fresh juices that customers now prefer. The Coca-Cola company said Minute Maid's frozen juices, including its lemonade and limeade, will be discontinued by April. For generations, Americans who wanted orange juice without the work of squeezing fresh fruit cracked open a can and slid a cylinder of frozen juice into a pitcher. The concentrated juice was mixed with water to make it ready for drinking. Keith Peters, Washington.
Belt tightening at the Washington Post. The newspaper has laid off a third of its staff, also eliminating the sports section, several foreign bureaus, and its books coverage. More on these stories. Townhall.com.
Thanks for help bringing the economy back. One local purchase at a time.
Kind of uplifts you and you feel better.
It's the greatest comeback of all time. With Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM. WEEB.
Hi, my name is Britt Harris. Years ago, I went to the clerk of court's office seeking a protective order. I was scared, vulnerable, and asking for help. And I was turned away because of a 3 p.m. cutoff that sent people home even though the office was still open. When Todd Maness was elected clerk of court, he kept his promise to protect domestic violence victims. He changed that policy so no one would ever be turned away when they need protection most. That's why I support Todd Maness for re-election as clerk of court.
I'm Todd Maness and I approve this message.
Brick's Wood-Fired Pizza in the Kohl's and Hobby Lobby Shopping Center has updated their menu. Many of their salads, pizzas, and wings are still available, plus several new ones. Now their fresh pizza dough is made with authentic Italian flour from Naples, Italy, the birthplace of pizza. So experience genuine Italian flavor. Brick's is the fun place for family and friends. Dine in or sit on the patio? So jump into the fire at Brick's Wood-Fired Pizza in the Kohl's and Hobby Lobby Shopping Center. Brick's Wood-Fired Pizza is open daily from 11 a.m.
When we were young, we could always count on our parents for just about anything. And now as they age, the time has come for our parents to count on us. Griswold Care Pairing refers only highly qualified caregivers for just a few hours of care to 24/7 live-in service. These caregivers are compassionate and experienced, so put your trust in Griswold Care Pairing.
Call me, Robert Bonville, at Griswold Care Pairing of Pinehurst, 910-420-2360, or go online to griswoldcare.com/Pinehurst.
Attention classic car enthusiasts. Is your vintage ride just collecting dust, begging for a second chance? At veteran-owned Innovation Performance Technologies, we bring your dream ride to life. Our award-winning expert team can restore every detail of your cruiser with precision and passion. If you're looking for a complete frame-off restoration, custom upgrades, or paint jobs, we can do those with ease. Turn that unfinished project into a classic beauty. Contact Innovation Performance Technologies at 910-678-4600 or online at innovationperformance.tech.
With over 20 years of experience, Hardy's Equipment invites you to unleash the future of land management with the MT2 and MT2E Series LS tractors. These tractors redefine excellence with a 30-plus horsepower engine and a lift capacity of 2,500-plus pounds. They have more standard features, more operator comfort with available air conditioning and state-of-the-art technology designed to keep you working smarter and more comfortably all day long. Discover the MT2 for unmatched power, innovation, and legendary LS tractor reliability, because now you can do more for less. So mow it, grade it, till it or move it. See the complete line of LS tractors assembled in North Carolina. Visit Hardy's Equipment for special offers on select LS tractors today at 4809 Vast Carthage Road, or call 910-245-1644. That's 910-245-1644. LS. Start blue, stay blue.
Care Aloha. Buy more, save more. Going on now. Hi, this is Katherine Phelps, owner of Appliances and More, where creating relationships is our business. Care Aloha carries sustainable bamboo fabrics consisting of sheets, towels, blankets, pillows, mattresses, and men and women's sleepwear. The buy more, save more going on now. Come feel the difference at your local veteran-owned Appliances and More, featuring Care Aloha in the Town & Country Shopping Center, Aberdeen.
If there was a better way to handle your finances, when would you want to know? Tune in to White Horse Financial Solutions, Saturdays at 9 a.m. and Sundays at 1 p.m. here on WEEB.
NCN News, I'm Mike Rayleigh. The State Board of Elections has ruled that Margaret Dupree, Republican U.S. Senate candidate, is not a North Carolina resident. The ruling comes after Republican Fayetteville voter Jerry Reinhold argued Dupree listed address as a Charlotte UPS store rendered her ineligible to run. Both Dupree and Reinhold spoke during Wednesday's hearing.
Nowhere in the statute does it say I have to be imprisoned to Charlotte to consider it my home.
I saw something, I reported something, and now it's your solemn duty to do something.
The National Weather Service in Raleigh issued a winter weather advisory through this morning due to a chance for light snow, sleet, and freezing rain accumulations in some areas of the state. Several school districts have been reported closed and delayed. There may be slick spots on the road. One of the most anticipated races in the upcoming primary is the 26th Senatorial District in Rockingham and Guilford counties. Longtime Republican Senator Phil Berger is facing a serious challenge. Rockingham County Republican Sheriff Sam Page. Page telling Spectrum News 1's Tim Boyan.
I heard rumors that Senator Berger was going to retire. I did hear that. And I said, you know what? I think I'm going to do it. And I announced on my anniversary, February 13th, that I'll be running for North Carolina Senate District Seat 26, representing Guilford and Rockingham County.
Senator Berger, meanwhile, told Boyan,
I think they should vote for me because I'm a fiscal conservative. I've got a record of strong conservative representation for the people of the 26th District for a number of years.
Authorities say the search for Today Show host Savannah Guthrie's mother still has no suspect or person of interest. Wednesday night, Nancy Guthrie's children, Savannah, Annie, and Cameron, posted a plea for help finding their mother to social media.
We are always going to be merely human, just normal human people who need our mom.
New research finds that regular family dinners may help prevent substance abuse for U.S. adolescents. You're listening to NCN News.
If you are on Medicare, scammers may target you to steal your identity. Remember, Medicare will never call you asking for personal details. The NC Department of Insurance Senior Medicare Patrol program is here to protect you from fraud and provide you with knowledge to stay safe. Contact SMP today at ncshiip.com or call toll-free at 855-408-1212.
Project supported by grants from the Administration for Community Living. Contents do not necessarily represent official views of, nor an endorsement by ACL, HHS, or the U.S. government.
Now, all across North Carolina, it's Carolina Newsmakers. Each week, leaders from politics, education, business, and the arts join Don Curtis to share insights and ideas shaping our state. Hear interviews that go beyond the headlines with guests who know North Carolina best. Listen on the radio stations throughout North Carolina and on demand at carolinanewsmakers.com.
Governor Josh Stein plans to announce new action today on the state's behavioral health and criminal justice systems. Stein is expected to lay out details of the actions he plans to take during a morning news conference. The last arms control treaty between the U.S. and Russia expired today. It marks the end of over half a century of limits on both sides' strategic nuclear weapons. Matthew Bond is a nuclear expert at Harvard University.
I think we'll be in a more dangerous world. We are heading into a world for the first time in 50 years with no limits at all on the buildup of the largest nuclear forces on the planet.
President Trump is pressing for a new nuclear agreement with Iran after weeks of warnings and military signaling in the region. Now Iran confirms talks with the U.S. will take place Friday in Oman following a dispute over terms. CBS News White House correspondent Aaron Navarro has more.
The goal for President Trump in these negotiations and generally is to prevent Iran from having the capability to build a nuclear
nuclear weapon. He told NBC News he does believe that Iran is trying to do so in a different part of the country than where the U.S. struck last July.
The State Board of Education is setting its priorities for the upcoming legislative short session, compiling a list of requests for state lawmakers. The board plans to vote today to ask for a new special education funding formula. A bill signed by President Trump took years to get to his desk because of years of delays due to political standoffs, and a bill on pediatric cancer. The bill could help 10-year-old Charlotte Evans, who has been fighting bone cancer for almost 2 years. Her parents, Jessica and Daniel Evans, spoke with Major Garrett.
Charlotte's a fighter. I mean, she's an active swimmer. She, took and has taken every step along the way with grace and determination.
Mike Rayleigh, NCN News.
Good Thursday morning. We start your day with a chance for a wintry mix across the area and cloudy skies. Temperatures colder in the mid-20s to around 30 degrees. Then by this afternoon, we'll reach the upper 30s and low 40s. We'll see more breaks in the cloud cover by this afternoon. Colder air will be in place later today and through Friday morning. Partly cloudy skies with temperatures dropping to the mid-20s. Then mostly sunny on Friday and warmer with highs in the upper 40s to around 50. For the North Carolina News Network, I'm meteorologist Grant Skinner in the Weather Center.
Right now here in the Sandhills area, we have cloudy skies, 30 degrees, humidity 99%, 2.29, winds are calm, pressure at 30.06. It is 7:15 straight up. Let's take a look at your Sandhills news for this Thursday morning. 3 men are facing charges following the execution of a search warrant in the Eagle Springs area of the county. According to the Sheriff's Department, on January 30th, detectives with the Moore County Sheriff's Office executed a search warrant in the 1100 block of Eagle Springs Road in Eagle Springs. During the search, detectives seized suspected cocaine, marijuana, oxycodone, hydrocodone, items of drug paraphernalia, and more than $800 in currency. And the Aberdeen Police Department has established its first Honor Guard team, a ceremonial unit formed in 2025 to uphold the department's highest traditions of discipline, respect, and service. Each member volunteers for the assignment, which requires additional training and a commitment to ceremonial standards. The department said the team's role extends beyond presentation to demonstrate the values of law enforcement and other community it serves. The inaugural Honor Guard includes Captain Chris Davis, Detective Sean O'Dowd, Officer Brandon Shepard, Officer Derek Williams, Lucas King, and Officer Joseph Furick. That's your WEEB local news this morning from the Sandhill Sentinel. And, of course, you can always go online to sandhillsentinel.com for more information. It's 7:16. Here comes your sports on WEEB.
NCN Sports, I'm Tony Bixby. 3 days late, the NASCAR season is underway. It started with the clash at Bowman Gray Stadium in Winston-Salem. Ryan Preece took the checkered flag in that exhibition race. William Byron finished second. Ryan Blaney came in third. Preece very emotional after that win.
2 years ago, I didn't think I was going to have a job. I thought I was going back to Connecticut. Man, I'm just super emotional.
That race was interrupted by numerous weather delays. In ACC basketball, Clemson held off Stanford 66-64. The Tigers winning their 13th straight conference road game dating back to 2024-25, fourth longest streak in ACC history, and tied for the longest in the league in the last 25 years. Ryan Conwell scored 12 points, including 7 in a critical 15-1 second-half surge. Number 24, Louisville, put away Notre Dame 76-65. The town of Maynard, Massachusetts, deciding to celebrate New England Patriots quarterback, former Carolina quarterback Drake May, by changing the town's name to Maynard. CBS News Massachusetts reporter Julie McDonald.
A nice New England nod to Drake May.
So this is just meant to be a fun one-day thing. There'll be no business transacted under the new name.
A local business, KVC Builders, paid for official signs to welcome visitors to town Sunday, and they hope it serves as an enthusiastic invitation for May to make a visit.
Former Carolina Panthers head coach Frank Reich has been named the new offensive coordinator of the New York Jets. Reich spent last season as the interim head coach for the Stanford Cardinal. The 2026 Winter Olympics have opened competition officially now with the first curling matches. They were held in Cortina. You're listening to NCN Sports.
Practicing a championship way can happen 100% of every day. In the pool and when traveling highways. A law of sportsmanship includes taking the high road when going away and returning home. Buckle up your seatbelt in the front and back seats. Every seat, every time. Each time you click, it counts as a winning ticket. Demonstrate your championship drive through your safety practice. A freestyle by any measure. This message was brought to you by the Governor's Highway Safety Program of the North Carolina High School Athletic Association.
This season, make the choice to protect what matters most, you and your family. Choose to get vaccinated for the best protection from respiratory illness.
Talking with your provider about vaccines, hand washing, and staying home when sick keep your family protected from the flu, RSV, and COVID.
Defend yourself. Get vaccinated to protect you and your family from respiratory illnesses this season.
Visit myspot.nc.gov to find yours today.
Brought to you by the North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services.
The AD era in Dallas is over as the NBA trade deadline approaches. Here's Gethin Coolbaugh.
The Mavericks are trading 10-time All-Star big Anthony Davis to the Wizards. That's according to an AP source. The move is a signal the Mavs are moving on from the widely criticized trade that sent Luka Doncic to the Lakers for a package headlined by Davis last year. Chris Middleton is part of a package headed back to Dallas. Elsewhere, the 76ers sent once promising prospect Jared McCain to the Thunder. The Hornets acquired North Carolina native Kobe White. ESPN reports Charlotte is also getting Mike Conley Jr. Colin Sexton is headed back to the Bulls in a package. I'm Gethin Coolbaugh.
Coming up tonight, Charlotte Hornets will be on the road at Houston. In the NHL, the Carolina Hurricanes play against the Rangers in New York. Tony Rixby, NCN Sports.
Sometimes you just want to say, this radio show is going to be great. A warm, cozy way to renounce your ties to humanity. 97.3 FM. 104.1 FM and 990 AM. WEEB. We've got you by the ears.
Moore County used to stand for peace, community, and tradition, but Senator Tom McInnes sold us out. Short-term rental takeovers, big apartment complexes, and traffic schemes that threaten our historic roads. Tom McInnes used to be an auctioneer. Now he's auctioning off Moore County to the highest bidders, the big developers. Our quality of life is on the market. We're not against growth, but growth must be smart, local, and planned. Moore County is not for sale. Senator McInnes works for developers. Elect Ray Daley to the North Carolina State Senate. He'll work for you.
Paid for by Ray Daley for North Carolina Senate.
Building or purchasing your dream home, adding a new fence, or maybe you're purchasing or dividing land. If so, precision matters. Before you break ground on that next project, contact DZT Land Surveying first. Whether it's residential or commercial, our fully licensed expert team provides accurate, reliable surveys to ensure your land is marked right the first time. We handle everything from property boundaries, construction layouts, to infrastructure projects. So schedule your quote by calling 910-420-1325 and avoid future issues. Trust DZT Land Surveying for all your survey needs.
When Old Man Winter hits the Carolinas, he doesn't play around. Ice storms, freezing nights, and power outages can leave your home in the dark and in the cold. That's why Carolina Air and Power is here, keeping homes warm and powered all season long. Right now, get a $59 HVAC tune-up and make sure your system is ready when temperatures drop. And if you received a quote from another company and have questions, Carolina Air and Power offers a free second opinion with no pressure and no strings attached. And when the power goes out, your comfort doesn't have to. Protect your home with a whole home generator. And this month, get $1,500 off generator installation. No more worrying about losing heat, lights, or peace of mind. From dependable heating to reliable backup power, Carolina Air and Power delivers comfort and power together at last. Get started today by calling 910-241-4677 or visit carolinaair.com.
In Moore County, like most places, a good reputation means everything. At Cooper Ford, it's been earned one customer at a time. Locally owned, award-winning, and known for honest pricing and certified service. Owner Aaron Cooper, recently named 2026 Distinguished Citizen of the Year, leads with the same values he was raised on: service, integrity, and community. That's why generations of drivers keep coming back. Shop online today at cooperford.net. Cooper Ford, always working hard to be your hometown dealer.
Give your desk and your back an upgrade. Turn any old workstation into a sit and stand workstation with an Alera raised desktop from Sand Hills Office Supply. With easy access levers for simple adjustments, this space-saving design is affordable too. Experience the benefits of an Alera lifting workstation with a demo at Sand Hills Office Supply on US 1 in Southern Pines next to Smithfield's Barbecue.
Pride Plumbing is proud to serve Moore County with superior workmanship and dependable plumbing service, including 24/7 emergency service. Like the name says, we take pride in our work and your safety. Our employees must pass background and drug tests and share Pride Plumbing's reputation for quality service. From simple leaky faucets to new water heaters and sewer lines, backflow testing and installation, drain cleaning, plumbing repairs, and, if necessary, replacement and remodeling. A family business with over 50 years of prideful service. Go online to callprideplumbing.com and check out our 5-star customer reviews. We offer a 10% discount to all veterans and active military. Call Pride Plumbing of Moore County at 910-295-0152. 910-295-0152. Serving with pride since 1965.
My name is Tony Keith of Keith Hardware in Carthage, North Carolina. I'm the third generation of a family-owned business.
And I'm Taylor Keith of Keith Hardware in Carthage, the fourth generation. We have been in business for almost 90 years.
We sell live bait, crickets, minnows, and worms, fishing tackle, nuts and bolts and screws by the piece. You can still come in and get nails weighed out by the pound, or ones or twos, however you'd like.
The guys, they know what they're doing. You don't have to ask for service. You tell them what you need. If they ain't got it, usually they can conjure it up.
Keith Hardware has been a tradition in this town for as long as I've been in business, and they run a good business and they're good people.
I came in with 2 pieces of plumbing. I handed it to this guy, and he took off the back, picked it up, and brought it back. Their knowledge is invaluable to me.
With Keith Hardware, I rent the building from them next door. And Tony and Ginger are doing an excellent job. I'm proud of them.
Come visit Keith Hardware today at 207 Monroe Street in Carthage.
We're just an old-fashioned hardware store.
With me in the studio is Sue Maxwell, who is a patient at Pinecone Medical Center, where Dr. Sharon Wright practices chiropractic medicine. Now, Sue, you went there with pain. What kind of pain was it, and what did you do about it?
Yes, I had arthritis in my cervical spine, and I had pain that radiated out through my shoulder, down my arm. I went to see Dr. Wright, and she did the pressure wave therapy on me. Through treatments and everything, I actually eliminated the pain in my spine and in my shoulder.
So did the pressure wave work as advertised?
Oh, my goodness, it did. Yes, I am pain-free.
And would you recommend it to your friends?
Absolutely, and I have. I have told many friends.
If you're suffering from pain, why not schedule a free, no-obligation appointment with Dr. Sharon Wright at Pinecone Medical Center? Call 910-420-1911 or visit on the web at pineconemedicalcenter.com.
Sandy Ridge Memory Care provides all the amenities of home while providing personalized resident care and a dedication to a safe, secure, and comfortable environment for your loved one. Providing care for dementia and Alzheimer's population has been our specialty for over 20 years. Research has proven that a loving, structured, and intimate home environment successfully fulfills the needs of both the one affected by dementia and Alzheimer's, as well as the family caregivers. As one of the largest memory care facilities in North Carolina, we feature 3 separate secure units within our community. Each wing is designed for individual needs and preferences. Call for an appointment or just drop in to tour our facility and discover for yourself the care that sets us apart. Located only minutes from Moore County and surrounding areas, Sandy Ridge Memory Care is the right place at the right time. On Bowman Road in Candor or online at sandyridgeliving.com. Call 910-974-6000.
We're proud to be working with our local businesses for the greatest comeback of all time.
Come together.
With Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM. WEEB.
This is Steve Woodward teeing off. The slow but steady demise of journalism is many years in the making. Generations of publishers and newspaper editors who pledged objectivity and devotion to truth have been replaced by university-indoctrinated radicals who lust to influence culture and control politics to amass power. Foregoing credibility to achieve information dominance is not only despicable, but also bad for business. Exhibit A is the Washington Post, the revered newspaper of my D.C. area youth, read by politicians, moguls, shopkeepers, and truck drivers. Everybody read the Post. I did. Newspapers fascinated me. The ink of that era actually stained your fingers. Headlines heralded history. President Kennedy shot dead. The Eagle has landed. Nixon resigns. Influenced by the Post, I became a sports journalist in high school. News came this week that the Post's publisher, Jeff Bezos, and executive editor, plan a staggering round of layoffs. The sports section will cease to exist. Book reviews are out. Local news will be relegated to a podcast. Many Post international correspondents will be fired. The media are committing suicide. It's easy to cheer. It's deserved. But I, for one, mourn. I'm Steve Woodward, teed off again.
With an area of low pressure working its way out of the area, we'll see the chance for a wintry mix during the first part of the day and lingering cloud cover. Temperatures will be colder through this afternoon and through Friday morning. Then a warmer afternoon Friday before a colder weekend. A wintry mix with cloudy skies during the first part of the day. Temperatures start around 30 this morning, then highs will reach the upper 30s to the low 40s. We'll drop to the mid-20s by Friday morning. For the North Carolina News Network, I'm meteorologist Grant Skinner in the Weather Center.
And now, the Sandhills' #1 morning show. Mornings with the LeaderMan. Here on Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. And heard and seen around the world at talk973.com.
The best part of waking up is waking up with us.
You know what today is.
It's Thursday.
Thursday!
So Thursday it is. Thursday. Okay.
Thursday. End of the week?
It's not over yet. Tomorrow's Friday.
Should we get started?
Where should we start?
Do what?
The show.
I have a show to do.
Let's go out there and win. Now go get 'em.
Places, please. All right, everyone, it's showtime.
Good morning, Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. Welcome back to the most listened to program in all of the Sandhills, It's time once again for Mornings with the LeaderMan. I am Steve Leader Adams, along with Stephen Woodward this morning. And don't forget, of course, we're being heard and seen around the world on our live audio stream. That's available to you from our website at talk973.com or talk1041.com or WEEB990.com. Upper right-hand corner of the page has the icon that says On the Air, Listen Live. Click that once. You should be watching that quick. Or hit the play button that you see pop up. And if you want to look at our live video stream with the audio, you can do that too from the center of the page. Right there where it says Watch Live Video. Hey, can't beat that. Click on that and go to today's date. Weather for us today here in the Sand Hills area. Well, it's definitely going to be a cold one. Look for partly patchy freezing rain, mainly between 8 and 11 this morning. Cloudy, then gradually becoming mostly sunny with a high of 39. Wind chill values at 20. I can believe that. But the wind is going. Anyway, partly cloudy tonight, 22 for your low. Tomorrow, much warmer, big warming trend starts. Sunny with a high of 49 Friday. Sunny with a high of 40 Saturday. Sunny with a high of 42 Sunday. Monday, 57 degrees. And here we go. Back into the 60s. Next Tuesday, sunny and 62. And Wednesday, sunny and 65. Right now around the Sand Hills, winds are calm. Pressure is 30.07. Dew point is 29. Humidity 99%. We have cloudy skies. 30 degrees currently here at Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. A little bit of the late Prince, 1999. All right, 7:34 past the hour on, what is this? Thursday. Yeah. Oh, who are you?
It's Thursday in the Sandhills. Good morning, LeaderMan. Good morning, everybody.
Now for a continuing saga of my attempt to get a birth certificate from Wake County. As you heard in the previous episodes, I was first told by Wake County it's $200 to apply for one. So after you fork that over, then they say, oh, we don't do the record checking here. You have to send that to a different company. So you get that company online, and they want $57 more to process, and all they do is find something to kick it back for. Something to kick it back for. One of the things is a signature for verification. Now, you ever done a DocuServe or something like that?
All the time.
You know, you can get a signature from them, and it's recognized as your signature. But not government, no. They said, you'll have to sign your document and send it in. Well, that meant having to print it out, sign it, send it back to myself, and forward it to them. I just typed in Steve Adams, and the date.
Oh, that's your name.
Yeah. Well, that wasn't good enough, so that got kicked back. So I had to go to the chore of printing it out, signing it, and then sending it in to them. They haven't kicked it back a second time. But the driver's license, which also has to go if you're using one of their, they have two columns, column A and column B. Column B wants two verification things, and column A wants one, your driver's license. So I scanned it in. Well, I've had it scanned into my computer quite a while. I just put it in there for the attachment. And they said, no, it's out of date. You have to send us one that's in date. I said, well, it's going to look exactly like that one. But, y'all want to be pricks and got to show you got power. So you kick it back. I go in there and put a current one in, send it to them. Now they say, this one we can't read very well. It's not big enough. It was a straight scan, And
they do sound just like that. We can't read it.
Yeah. And they send me another email and say, let me see if I can pull that up real fast. Because I just love this. Maybe it's this one. Okay.
It's riveting.
I know.
Join us for another episode of Steve Reads His Emails.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, maybe this is. Thank you for reason. No. No. Well, I guess. Here we go. 3 more to check real quick. Oh, here it is.
Okay.
They sent the email back after I sent the driver's license and signed the verification form that I am who I am.
I am what I am. Yeah.
And it says, for security and to protect confidentiality of your personal information, please do not share, copy, or otherwise provide your order number and or PIN number to anyone else. Heaven forbid they get a copy of it. Your order has been canceled as we have not received an ID that meets the vital record agency requirements. In another email, they said 45 days. This has been a week. I just found out that they don't like the driver's license I sent them, although it's just like the one I got. A legible copy of your valid government issued identification, such as a driver's license, is needed for approval before your certificate request can be processed. And oh, by the way, they're now up to 115 days before they can print out your damn birth certificate once you get past all this crap. Whatever happened to serving the public, making it easy on the public, not sit there because a lot of people don't know how to do this bouncing back and forth stuff.
Well, of course not. They're Democrats. But here's the problem.
Well, here's another thing. I told when I scanned it in, I said, I'm going to scan it in big enough so they can really see it. But it didn't fit in their little box that they had you scan it into. And I sent it in. I said, well, they can print out the whole thing. And no, didn't fit in the box. The box is so small, so you got to reduce it down to fit in the box. They're so effed up there, it isn't funny.
Well, I think that if I may venture to say this, the reason that a person like you, a law-abiding citizen, a productive member of society, is forced to go through this kind of charade is because we live in a culture that is rife with fraud. Everybody is on the take. Look what happened. Look what they discovered in Minnesota with the Somalians and their fraudulent culture. Really, is what they live under. So this problem that you're facing is not anything to do with you or your credibility or your intent. It has everything to do with a fraud-riven culture where everybody is trying to take advantage of the system to mainly, in this case, it would be to assume someone else's identity and then just milk them dry.
Well, I went on the site, and you can see what you uploaded. I went on there and told it to magnify it, and it got big enough so I could easily read it. There wasn't no problem with that. Some little turd is sitting there going, this isn't to my liking. I want you to fill up the box, but don't overfill it. So we're going to kick it back to you and cancel your order. Take that, public.
Yeah.
Who runs this thing is what I want to know. They farm it out to somebody. Where's it at? Nah, it's not on this one. But to Texas, a company in Texas.
Texas. Uh-huh.
Who the hell? What? Why can't they do it local?
I don't know.
Provide some local jobs. Now they put all this crap together. I wonder if it's as bad in this county as it is there, Wake County.
You mean
Wake County is just 2 counties over, my friends.
Yeah, well, but it's a world away. It's another
full of Yankees.
It's another galaxy.
All the Yankees in the city council could have pulled this one up.
It is. It's a lot of people.
Well, let's really piss them off with some good exercise through government. We love government. Look at what we do with Somalis. They found their way through government, and we reward them with, what was it, $13 billion?
Why don't you go start a daycare center upstairs in the studio here?
Yeah, I think I will. Yeah. I'll put one in the transmitter room too. A science
lab. Yeah, there you go.
Or we can just import some more non-speaking students, illegal students, and do nothing about it except stick them in there with a translator you have to pay for by law. That's why I say to these school board members, the ones running and the ones sitting, it's time. We got right at 600 illegal students in our schools that can't speak English, and the law supposedly says that we have to put them in a regular classroom, and so they don't get behind, we have to provide them with a personal translator. So the translator can sit there and go blah, 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 all through the class.
Can you repeat that again? That was very good.
On exactamente es mañana. But that's what they'll do, and disrupts the class. You always got Jose over there holding the class back because we can't move forward until Jose can get the homework done or the assignments done, whatever the case may be. And with 600 students out there that are illegally here, and you are paying for their education
at least
at a clip of $7,500 a piece. That's what you get a voucher for if you pull out. Something like that.
Yeah, it's not a small amount of money.
Yeah, multiply that times 600. See what you're forking over. And plus, they take up one whole school. Now, we just built 4 schools, and now we're getting ready to build more schools. Going to have to float a bond because, those illegals ate up the money that they had in on hold there. But they amount to one whole school, which, by the way, cost you $40 million to build. So they're tying up a $40 million asset of ours that the county and the citizens here get zero from. We just put it out for bids and then build it and start paying on the note. That's what we do because we're such a smart county sometimes. It's time that you all elect some people that will grow some cannonis and tell them, no, we're not going to, you put them through their own system of proving who they are, just like I'm going through with that vital crap to get a birth certificate. Tell them to go get one and prove they're a citizen. Otherwise, get the hell out. Your parents, you don't like it, go take it up with your parents.
And really, that is why when I talk to the school board candidates, I ask them very pointedly, what they believe the function of the school board should be, because the answer, the correct answer, is they are principally to be stewards of the taxpayer dollar, and they are not there to, enrich the educational experience of the student. That is for the educators to do. The school board is an oversight board that controls the purse strings and allocates the funds, and principally, given the state of the dilapidated schools in Moore County, the goal of future and present school boards should be nothing short of fixation on how to affordably and economically build new schools.
Yeah, well, they're getting ready to build some more right now. I'm going to float another bond. One of them's going to be a high school, so it's going to be about $65-70 million.
Oh, I dare say it'll be more than that.
And they want another elementary, another $40 million.
Yeah. Well, they're going to build...
and all to accommodate illegal people here in this county. And I say like they're making me bounce through hoops to get a birth certificate so that I can get prove who I am so I can get a birth certificate. Tell them you must have a birth certificate, a valid birth certificate that shows you are an American and that you live here. Otherwise, ta-da, you're not getting in our schools. We'll give you a free ride to ICE, and that's as close as we'll come to it. But no, we sit back and say,
a ticket to paradise.
Would you like books with that? Would you like a translator with your presents? Oh, we'll be glad to give you one because that's the right thing to do. No, it isn't. We pay our taxes for our kids and our community. Let them pay taxes for their kids and their community. And not come up here and dump it off on us. There's a legal way to come. Try coming in that way. My opinion changes greatly. You just don't come up here and work and say, oh, I'm a productive citizen. You need to let me in.
And many Americans, a majority of Americans, agree with you on that position. And I will add.
And why don't they do it? Why don't you ask your people that you're getting ready to vote for, are you willing to do it? Otherwise, the guy have no interest in you. Just that simple. When are you going to stand up and fight for us? And I'm tired of hearing about, Bobby's got 2 dads in the library. I'm more interested in why we got 600 illegal students in our schools, dragging it down. And they did have an article the other week that reading and math scores are behind, way behind.
Oh, of course. That's been chronic for years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you wonder why? Well, there's one of the big reasons.
Well, I will assure you of this, that coming up on the big Saturday show, Taking Aim, heard exclusively here at 11 a.m. on Saturdays, hosted by yours truly. Our guests will be Representative Neil Jackson and State Senator Tom McInnes, and we will discuss this in some detail, I believe.
And if Neil says, well, we don't have the votes or whatever, I said, get them. That's your job. Go get them.
Well, we hold...
Quit doing things wrong because it's the easy thing to do.
Despite the fact that North Carolinians continue to stupidly elect Democrats as governor and in the last round also lieutenant governor and attorney general, we still have Republican dominance of the General Assembly in both chambers, and so things can get done, and little Josh Stein can veto them with his little.
We gotta ride that.
His little pen, his cute little whatever kind of pen he uses, and we will override him every time. So good luck, little Josh. Anyway, we have just conquered the major issues of the day this morning, so that's good.
If you've been following my adventures with Brightspeed, which has been nothing but terrible and so frustrating, they got frustration down to a science. Oh, they beat vital records 10 times over.
Well, they're not.
Well, get this. I called up there because I put in an insurance claim against their insurance for 2 weeks off the air because of their incompetence. And I told the insurance adjuster who called yesterday, I said, all you can get, you go to, you send all the phone calls to the Philippines, and I said, you can't understand a thing they're saying because of their accent. It's just, they got a room full of dummies, all they got that can read a script back to you, and that's it. And the guy says, well, that was inappropriate to say. Yeah. I said, well, let me make a suggestion to you, Mr. Adjuster. You call them up, you talk to them, and come back with and tell me what your opinion is when you can get nothing done. Nothing, because you don't think that little simple script, by golly, it's like they told me when I was calling. I said, who can I put a claim in with? Oh, we don't have that kind of department in this company. I said, no, damn well you do. I said, suppose your truck ran over my car. You got insurance now? That's the guy I want to talk to. Okay, well, they don't do anything for what you're talking about. I said, they better. I said, because I'm already going after one insurance company. I can add you to the list. And go from there. All right. I hope that was entertaining.
Oh, well, let's face it. As depressing as it is from time to time important to remind everyone of the gross incompetence that we have to deal with every single day.
Yeah, it was their gross incompetence that messed up our line that fed our transmitter. They gave us 2 months in advance what the settings should be. on our end. We had it there. Well, whoever did it on their end didn't know what they were doing and screwed it all up. And our line went dead. And you call them up, you think they'd be all over it, fixing it. No. They send one incompetent person after another, 4 of them to be exact, about 4 days apart, to work on it. And each one's going, I don't know, I can't do it. So I went out to get a Starlink, see if we could bypass it and do it that way. And the phones companies on the towers out there mess with the signal, and it's hard to get it. But we kind of abandoned that when they finally came out and actually fixed the damn line. So it wasn't rocket science. Somebody could fix it. They just chose not to with their incompetence. And I tell you one thing, that's another thing we need to ask the school board. Make it a priority. Ask them. Find out what they say. Send me an email on it. I'll read it on the air. Might call you back and let you read it. Because if we don't say anything, nothing's going to happen. And if you keep sending the same people back, you're going to get the same non-results.
We've got a primary coming up on March 3rd with multiple folks running for school board. Early voting starts, believe it or not, a week from today, February 12th. And
so go do your homework.
Yeah, go do your homework. And we have delivered interviews with 4 of the Republican candidates. And by the way, don't let anybody tell you that it's a nonpartisan race, okay? I mean, technically it is, but that's irrelevant. We know who the conservative Republicans are, and we know who the lefties are, and we have to make that abundantly clear at every opportunity. By the way, I'm sitting here this morning. I arrived
late as usual,
intact for the big show, and yet the students of Moore County are enjoying a 2-hour delay this morning.
Oh, boy.
Because of the dry pavement that is sweeping across our county. All this dry pavement is too challenging for the youngsters to get to school. And 10 years from now, when they're working their way through life, and there's a little bit of weather out the window, and they call and say, I'm not coming in because it's dangerous.
I tell you what, Mom, Dad, it's your kid. You take them to school. How's that sound?
A little
we're going to pick them up out there on the street if you want them to get on the bus.
I just don't think you want to raise another generation of people who are chronically
dependent on government
about their safety at every moment of every day. Sometimes you just have to, be responsible, show some fortitude, and get your rear end where you're supposed to be on time.
Where does the dumbest woman in America live today? In Pennsylvania.
Kamala Harris has
This
moved
is
to
another leftist that rather create clickbait than look after the situation. Woman in her car got trapped inside a Pennsylvania car wash for short of an hour. Felicia Sullivan posted what was happening on TikTok. Oh, boo-hoo, the door won't open up. Well, she took all sorts of video of her situation. Finally, she goes, oh, yeah, I could call the police. Dial 911 instead of spend all my time bitching and taking photos. Call the police. They came out, opened it right up.
Wow.
And somebody said, how long were you in there? 54 minutes. It was terrifying.
54. She counted, huh? She kept track.
Yeah, listen to this.
I am trapped in the Waynesboro Waterworks. All the lights cut off. Nothing has happened. It's not telling me to pull forward. It hasn't rinsed the soap off. The door is stuck shut. I'm pushing the emergency button. Door is not opening. I cannot get out. Hello? Can you let me out, please?
Call 911,
I
honey.
think those are feet. Hey, don't leave. Hello? Hold on. I've tried pulling on it.
Yeah. 3 little taps on the phone would have done the job, but no. We got to act like a total idiot. And I think I'll post it up so I can get clickbait.
Well, yeah, don't you think she was deliberate in her hysteria? I mean, she was trying to get attention.
She's a friggin' idiot.
For herself, yeah. I bet you she works in some level of state government in Pennsylvania, would be my guess.
Well, here's somebody, ladies. He's single. You need to know this guy. A football superfan from California broke 2 Guinness World Records this season for attending NFL games. Brian Fowler, who is now in the record books for attending games at all 30 NFL stadiums and attending a total of 56 games in a single season. Here's Brian talking about his accomplishment and celebrating at Las Vegas Raiders home game.
The fastest time to go to all 32 stadiums. The current record is 74 days. Good night for football.
He now holds the record for the fastest time to attend a game at every NFL stadium, completing the feat in just 72 days, as well as the record for the most NFL games attended in a regular season. He did this all while wearing the famed silver and black.
Oh, I'm so proud of this man. Yeah, make him stand up.
Wow.
This is amazing. I can't hardly take my eyes off of him now. He's so wonderful.
Wait a minute. I thought that we had an affordability crisis in America. How does this guy have time to go to football games?
He's got money somewhere.
Well,
inherited, earned it, whatever. But he could help other people with it instead of, I'm in the Guinness Book of World Records, honey.
No, that's fine.
Goes to the bar and says, I'm in there, pays $3.86. And what are you in there for? We're attending the most games in a season.
In the fewest number of days. Yeah.
70.
Exciting.
All right, coming up on 8 o'clock, we got all your news, sports, and weather on the way. Currently, we have 30 degrees here in the Sandhills. We'll be back.
With an area of low pressure working its way out of the area, we'll see the chance for a wintry mix during the first part of the day and lingering cloud cover. Temperatures will be colder through this afternoon and through Friday morning, then a warmer afternoon Friday before a colder weekend. A wintry mix with cloudy skies during the first part of the day. Temperatures start around 30 this morning, then highs will reach the upper 30s to the low 40s. We'll drop to the mid-20s by Friday morning. For the North Carolina News Network, I'm meteorologist Grant Skinner in the Weather Center.
Broadcasting from the top of the North Carolina Sandhills, 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM. WEEB, Southern Pines, Pinehurst, Aberdeen.
Breaking news this hour from Town Hall. I'm Rich Thomason. President Trump suggests that federal agents enforcing immigration law really could be a bit more gentle in their duties.
In response to the ongoing unrest in Minnesota and cooperation from state and local officials, the administration is drawing down the number of ICE and Border Patrol officers. President Trump told NBC News that he ordered the removal of 700 federal agents from the state. Asked about lessons learned from Minnesota, the president said he learned that we can use a little bit of a softer touch. But, he added, you still have to be tough. Greg Clugston, Washington.
The search for 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie into its 5th day now. The mother of Today's Show co-host Savannah Guthrie was abducted from her Tucson, Arizona area home last weekend. In a video on Instagram, Savannah and her siblings appealed to the kidnappers.
We too have heard the reports about a ransom letter in the media. As a family, we are doing everything that we can. We are ready to talk.
But she says they have to be assured without a doubt that their mother is alive and that those who get in touch are holding her. And the family's heart-wrenching appeal, please reach out to us. There's been a deadly helicopter crash near Flagstaff, Arizona. The state's Department of Public Safety says a trooper and the copter pilot were killed. They were responding to an active shooter situation. A suspect suffered non-fatal gunshot wounds and was taken into custody. No reports of injuries from last night's fire at the Orthopedic Institute of Lehigh Valley Hospital just north of Scranton in Dixon City, Pennsylvania. Dozens of patients were safely evacuated. On Wall Street, stock futures now in the red. The Dow futures are down 161 points. NASDAQ futures off 231. The S&P futures 42 points in the red. More on these stories, townhall.com.
They say timing is everything in the gold and silver markets, and it's true. Dennis Prager here for AmFed Coin and Bullion. Although you can buy at the right time, if you buy the wrong coins, you may not make a profit. When gold was $400 an ounce, many people were talked into buying high-grade old gold and silver collector's coins. Unfortunately, most of the people who bought these so-called semi-numismatic coins, like the $20 St. Gordon's and Liberty Head gold coins, have not broken even on their investment. Incredible, given that gold has risen approximately 525% since then. So while timing is everything, if you buy the wrong coins, the timing simply doesn't matter. Having a dealer who cares about positioning you in the right types of coins or bullion will mean more to your portfolio than anything else. That's why I deal with Nick Rovich and AmFed Coin and Bullion. Whether you're buying or selling, call 800-221-7694. That's 800-221-7694. Or go to AmericanFederal.com, AmericanFederal.com.
Russia and Ukraine are talking peace.
It's the second day of talks between Moscow and Kyiv taking place in Abu Dhabi in the United Arab Emirates. The discussions come amid increased Russian attacks on Ukraine's power grid and after a rise in civilian casualties. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky urged for an end to the war and emphasized the need for security guarantees to prevent future Russian attacks. U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff and President Trump's son-in-law Jared Kushner, as well as NATO Commander General Alexis Klinkovich, are at the talks. Fighting continues alongside the talks with Russia targeting Ukraine's electricity network. Almost 15,000 Ukrainian civilians have been killed since the start of the war through last December, according to the United Nations. I'm Karen Shamas.
Taiwan's president describes his country's ties with the U.S. as rock solid. The assessment follows President Trump's phone call with Chinese President Xi. News and analysis at townhall.com. States of New York and New Jersey are teaming up to sue the Trump administration over a major infrastructure project, the Gateway Tunnel project.
A lawsuit is over billions of dollars in frozen federal funding for the project as a critical deadline looms on Friday. $16 billion was put on hold, money to pay for the tunnel, as well as funds to repair the existing tunnel, which is more than a century old. The tunnel serves 200,000 commuters between New York and New Jersey each weekday on Amtrak and New Jersey Transit trains.
That's correspondent Bill Alexander. Elon Musk has an ambitious plan, likely one of many, for the billionaire entrepreneur. He's talking about putting data centers in space and running those centers on solar power. To help him reach his goal, Musk is merging SpaceX with his AI business. He's also planning to raise big money through a public offering in the stock market later in the year. More on these stories, townhall.com.
As our economy gradually reopens, remember to support local.
Know you're doing the right thing and stay proud.
Be a part of the greatest comeback of all time with Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM. WEEB.
Moore County used to stand for peace, community, and tradition, but Senator Tom McInnes sold us out. Short-term rental takeovers, big apartment complexes, and traffic schemes that threaten our historic roads. Tom McInnes used to be an auctioneer. Now he's auctioning off Moore County to the highest bidders, the big developers. Our quality of life is on the market. We're not against growth, but growth must be smart, local, and planned. Moore County is not for sale. Senator McInnes works for developers. Elect Ray Daley to the North Carolina State Senate. He'll work for you.
Paid for by Ray Daley for North Carolina Senate.
Hi, this is Rodney Swarms with Plumbing Night. We know that plumbing emergencies can happen at any time. In fact, they seem to happen at the most inconvenient times. And then inviting an unknown plumber into your home, that can add to the stress of the situation. The Plumbing Night wants to alleviate any stress about inviting a technician into your home by guaranteeing that we have not only the very best plumbers, but also the most knowledgeable plumbers. Before any of our employees are hired, all of the employees must undergo drug testing and a thorough background check. If they don't pass, they aren't hired. No exceptions. Once they're hired and part of the team, they receive continuous technical and customer training to ensure that they are the very best at their trade. This training is week after week, month after month, year after year. This training is what got us into community college to teach the plumbing trade. So the next time you have an emergency, call the Plumbing Night. They're known for extraordinary service and integrity.
Call the Plumbing Night at 639-5555, day or night, or on the web at theplumbingnight.com.
Hi, this is Ashton, a patient at Sam Hill's Weekend Dental. I want to remind all the moms and dads that February is National Children's Dental Health Month. Children should visit their dentist when they get their first tooth or by their first birthday. It's important for children to develop a good oral care routine to create a healthy smile for a lifetime, so when they grow up, they can eat, kiss, and smile better.
Make an appointment for your child today. Call Sandhills Weekend Dental at 687-4423.
Do you want to earn a higher return on your savings without worry? Fort Liberty Federal Credit Union is here to help. You can lock in an incredible 4.60% APY with our 12-month CD, starting with just $25,000. And your investment is federally insured up to $250,000. Now that's a fast and reliable way to build your savings. Fort Liberty Federal Credit Union. Safe, secure, smart. Visit myfortlibertyfcu.org or any branch to learn more. Federally insured by NCUA. Rates are subject to change. Terms apply.
When trying to add the perfect window treatment becomes overwhelming, contact the professionals at Comfort Made Blinds. With quality brands like Graber and their expert advice, measuring, installation, and their warranties, all you need to do is sit back, relax, and enjoy your new window treatments. To get your Graber products and others, schedule your free measurement by calling Comfort Made Blinds at 910-692-5500 or visit the showroom at 195 Pinehurst Avenue next to Main Street Glass in Southern Pines. Mention this ad and take 10% off your next purchase.
Since 1994, Lee Christian School offers academic excellence rooted in God's Word. Students grow not only in knowledge, but in godly character and action. We teach, lead, and coach on the firm foundation of Scripture, as Proverbs 1:7 reminds us.
The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Fools despise wisdom and instruction.
Our mission is to develop the whole student spiritually, mentally, physically, and socially, instilling biblical principles across academics, fine arts, and athletics. Join a school where students are challenged to stand out for Christ. As Romans 12:2 says,
Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind.
Discover the difference at Lee Christian School. Visit leechristian.org today. With over 20 years of experience, Hardy's Equipment invites you to unleash the future of land management with the MT2 and MT2E Series LS tractors. These tractors redefine excellence with a 30-plus horsepower engine and a lift capacity of 2,500-plus pounds. They have more standard features, more operator comfort with available air conditioning, and state-of-the-art technology designed to keep you working smarter and more comfortably all day long. Discover the MT2 for unmatched power, innovation, and legendary LS tractor reliability, because now you can do more for less. So mow it, grade it, till it, or move it. See the complete line of LS tractors assembled in North Carolina. Visit Hardy's Equipment for special offers on select LS tractors today at 4809 Vass Carthage Road or call 910-245-1644. That's 910-245-1644. LS, start blue, stay blue.
NCI News, I'm Mike Rayleigh. More frozen precipitation this morning in some areas of the state. Meanwhile, Governor Josh Stein is talking about the cleanup progress and delays after a winter storm brought heavy snow to the state this weekend. After 2 weeks of winter weather, crews are still working to clear roadways across some parts of North Carolina. Governor tells WLOS.
I ask for folks to be patient, but I certainly understand their frustration.
A new poll from Gallup suggests Americans are very anxious about the nation's political system. We're learning more about crime numbers in North Carolina's public schools, and they're headed in the right direction. According to experts, the latest public school crime statistics were released during the State Board of Education meeting on Wednesday. Chief Accountability Officer Michael Maurer.
More than 99% of students in our public schools were not involved in any violent or reportable offense during the school year.
Authorities say the search for Today Show host Savannah Guthrie's mother still has no suspect or person of interest. Savannah addressed the reported ransom note.
We live in a world where voices and images are easily manipulated. We need to know without a doubt that she is alive.
Law enforcement agencies in North Carolina have teamed up to form the Northeastern Drug Task Force in an effort to stop drug trafficking in the region. SBI Director Chip Hawley told the group
I'm very particular about making sure every piece of North Carolina is protected. Not just the central part, not your Raleigh, your Charlotte, your Greensboro.
The investigation continues after extensive vandalism was discovered Monday at Bessemer City High School that included fire damage to athletic facilities and ransacked offices. Law enforcement has obtained video footage of two people allegedly responsible for the damage. You're listening to NCN News.
If you pay your city or town for electricity, you live in a public power community. Public power communities provide electricity to families and businesses from a locally owned and operated system. Public power systems are not-for-profit and provide electricity at affordable rates with unbeaten reliability. Your local public power provider invests in your community, providing local jobs and supporting your local economy. Electricities of North Carolina is the energy behind public power. Learn more at electricities.com.
PBS North Carolina premieres an all-new season of the music series Shaped by Sound, featuring 13 North Carolina artists, including Grammy winner Anthony Hamilton, Rock Band Wednesday singer-songwriter Ben Folds, and NC Music Hall of Famer Jim Lauderdale, among others. Watch as they perform in the studio and share the stories behind their songs. Thursdays at 10:30 p.m. on PBS NC, or stream anytime on the free PBS app. Learn more about PBS North Carolina at pbsnc.org.
Governor Josh Stein plans to announce new action today on the state's behavioral health and criminal justice systems. Stein is expected to lay out details of the actions he plans to take during a morning news conference. The opening ceremonies for the Olympics take place tomorrow. Thousands of athletes from around the world have gathered together to compete for the two-week international sporting event. CBS News correspondent Seth Doan.
We were expecting to see Lindsey Vonn out there on the slopes, but that practice was canceled due to the weather. We've had some overcast skies. There's been snow on and off. That might not be such a bad thing for Lindsey Vonn.
Autism rates in boys and girls may be more comparable than previously thought.
Autism has been viewed as a condition that affects far more boys than girls. But a new Swedish study suggests while adolescent boys are more likely to be diagnosed than girls, by the age of 20, the numbers of men and women diagnosed with autism are nearly even. Researchers say girls tend to have better social and communication skills, making autism more difficult to diagnose.
Durham native and internationally known gospel recording artist Pastor Shirley Caesar won her 13th Grammy Award on Sunday. The 87-year-old tells ABC 11 she was surprised by the win.
Even at this time in my life, in my age, who would have thought but God?
Party Punch ingredients may soon have to change, with some popular frozen items about to come off the market. Jesse Mitchell has that.
Coca-Cola is canning its Minute Maid frozen juices after 80 years. The company says its canned frozen juice products will discontinue in April due to shifting customer preferences. Coca-Cola says it will focus on its fresh juice products instead.
Mike Rayleigh, NCN News.
Good Thursday morning. We start your day with a chance for a wintry mix across the area and cloudy skies. Temperatures colder in the mid-20s to around 30 degrees. Then by this afternoon, we'll reach the upper 30s and low 40s. We'll see more breaks in the cloud cover by this afternoon. Colder air will be in place later today and through Friday morning. Partly cloudy skies with temperatures dropping to the mid-20s. Then mostly sunny on Friday and warmer with highs in the upper 40s to around 50. For the North Carolina News Network, I'm meteorologist Grant Skinner in the Weather Center.
Right now here in the Sandhills area, we have cloudy skies, 29 degrees. Humidity 99%, dew point 29. Winds are calm and pressure is at 30.07. It's 8:15 straight up. Let's take a look at your Sandhills news for this Thursday morning. 3 men are facing charges following the execution of a search warrant in the Eagle Springs area of the county. According to deputies, on January 30th, detectives with the Moore County Sheriff's Office executed a search warrant in the 1100 block of Eagle Spring Road in Eagle Springs. During the search, detectives seized suspected cocaine, marijuana, oxycodone, hydrocodone, items of drug paraphernalia, and more than $800 in cash. In other news, the Aberdeen Police Department has established its first Honor Guard team, a ceremonial unit formed in 2025 to uphold the department's highest traditions of discipline, respect, and service. Each member volunteer for the assignment, which requires additional training and a commitment to ceremonial standards. The department said that the team's role extends beyond presentation to demonstrate the values of law enforcement and the community it serves. The inaugural honor guard includes Captains Chris Davis, Sean O'Dowd, Brandon Shepard, Derek Williams, Lucas King, and Officer Joseph Purick. That's your latest Sand Hills news this morning from the Sand Hills Sentinel. And, of course, you can always go on sandhillsentinel.com for more information. It is 8:18. Sports is next. Here it comes.
NCN Sports, I'm Tony Bixby. 3 days late, the NASCAR season is underway. It started with the clash at Bowman Gray Stadium in Winston-Salem. Ryan Preece took the checkered flag in that exhibition race. William Byron finished second. Ryan Blaney came in third. Preece very emotional after that win.
2 years ago, I didn't think I was going to have a job. I thought I was going back to Connecticut. Man, I'm just super emotional.
That race was interrupted by numerous weather delays. In ACC basketball, Clemson held off Stanford 66-64. The Tigers winning their 13th straight conference road game dating back to 2024-25, fourth longest streak in ACC history, and tied for the longest in the league in the last 25 years. Ryan Conwell scored 12 points, including 7 in a critical 15-1 second-half surge. Number 24, Louisville, put away Notre Dame 76-65. The town of Maynard, Massachusetts, deciding to celebrate New England Patriots quarterback, former Carolina quarterback Drake May, by changing the town's name to Maynard. CBS News Massachusetts reporter Julie McDonald.
A nice New England nod to Drake May.
This is just meant to be a fun one-day thing. There'll be no business transacted under the new name.
A local business, KVC Builders, paid for official signs to welcome visitors to town Sunday, and they hope it serves as an enthusiastic invitation for May to make a visit.
Former Carolina Panthers head coach Frank Reich has been named the new offensive coordinator of the New York Jets. Reich spent last season as the interim head coach for the Stanford Cardinal.